Hello, everybody. My name is Conan Wolf, and welcome back to Second Thoughts. So, last night we did Experiment 2, Tartarus, in which instead of being tasked of choosing one person a day to execute, we were tasked with selecting one person to release, with the final person being executed instead. And these people were terrible. We had a dictator. We had a serial killer. We had a child killer, or quote unquote child killer. Seeing that person sounded like us for Experiment 1. As they were given a choice to select one person a day to murder. So you know who we spared there. But now we are on Experiment 3, Lifeline. And from what I've seen of this is supposed to be similar to the first one. 7 days, 7 deaths. Let's get with it. Second thoughts. Congratulations. Due to your dedication and enthusiasm, your assistance is required. I wish there was a brighter purple. You have been selected to perform as a tester once again. This experiment is similar to the first, with only one key difference. I said last, none of the subjects have any listed crimes. Oh. Okay. That's different. When I seen key difference, I was going to go back to what I said last night, in which we're going to be a participant. No, we just don't have any listed crimes. We won't know what the crimes are. It's recommended to refresh your memories of previous experiments, or you can choose to proceed without doing so. Keep going. Regardless of your decision, you are almost there. We are always observing you. Do not disappoint us. Do not disappoint me. Day 1. So from what the description was, I should know these people, or at least something of them. None of their names look familiar. Besides maybe Clara and Ash. Everybody else don't look familiar. So we got Melina. Melina Darshana. Who is a 35-year-old female, Polish female, stands at 5'8", weighs 158 pounds, born on December 9th. She has O+ blood type. She is a hairdresser. We obviously have no information for her. Avail? Susanna? Is a 40-year-old male from Israel. Stands at 5'11", weighs 180 pounds, born on August 16th, has B+ blood type. He is a veterinarian. Vesa, 29-year-old female, Albanian. She stands at 5'6", weighs 131 pounds, born on April 22nd. Her blood type is A-, and she is a plumber. Clara, 38-year-old Brazilian female, stands at 5'7", weighs 116 pounds, Her birthday is September 12th. She has A+ blood type and is a baker. Ash Victor. A non-binary 42-year-old Frenchman. Stands at 5'9", weighs 144 pounds. Born on February 14th. The blood type is O- and is. I don't want to say unemployed. They don't have an occupation. So maybe they don't have a career. Or a specific thing. Like, this person's a dancer. He's not going down a career of being a veterinarian. Ray is a 30-year-old non-binary Japanese. Standing at 5'10", weighs 95 pounds, very small. Born on June 21st, has B- blood type, and is a dancer. Peter, 27-year-old Bulgarian male, standing at 6'1", weighs 147 pounds. Born on January 17th, they have A+ blood type and is a cleaner. Planto, 36-year-old Greek male, standing at 5'8", weighs 105 pounds, born on March 5th, has a blood type A- and is a lawyer. Is that the last person? It is. Let's observe them really quickly before we start executing. Crying, jittery, dizzy, jittery, focused, disgusted, jittery, confused. A lot of people are jittery. Okay, so we got hairdresser, veterinarian, plumber, baker, dancer, cleaner, lawyer. So my initial choice was to take out the lawyer. But we might actually take out the person with no occupation. So we're gonna execute Ash. And hope that we don't regret the decision. Most likely Ash is gonna be executed anyways, but are you sure you want to execute this subject? Yes. This action cannot be undone. I'm aware of this. Oh, lawyers lie. But we'll take out the person with no occupation because I need some story with these people. I need some kind of something to go off of. Maybe there's a reason they have no occupation. Besides being dead. Day 2. Life goals. I have always wanted to make a difference in the world. To do something that truly mattered. After years of searching, I thought I'd finally found it. I thought I was prepared for the cost. I was. Yep, you died. Being a movie star is my goal. Imagine my name and face plastered everywhere. Being up there on the big screen. I sit in audition from time to time. I know that one day I will get a response. What was her occupation? Oh, she's a hairdresser. Veterinarian. At first, I hoped to be a doctor when I was young, but then I ended up finding animals to be much more agreeable patients than people, not to mention that some aspects are simpler when it comes down to treating animals. That's scary, actually. Much more agreeable. I want to be a firefighter, but I know firsthand how damaging fire could be, so I wanted to save others from it whenever possible. Wherever possible. It seems like a noble thing. Do you? Noble thing to do, you know? It might help me out too, maybe. Baker. Since I was a child, I loved baking. It's so joyful and fulfilling. I've always wanted to run my own bakery. And through years of struggle and effort, that's exactly what I do now. Lucky me. Living the dream. Plumber. Hold up. Then why didn't he go to become a firefighter? He was just a volunteer firefighter. Watch it be like that second thing, like, oh, that's what they do on the side. Dancer. I've always wanted to be a writer. There was a film I watched when I was younger that still leaves an impact on me now. The moment I saw it, I knew right then that I wanted to make my own stories. Peter. He's a cleaner. To be honest, I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with my life. Maybe something that involves helping people out, putting smiles on their faces. How exactly I'll do that, I'm still trying to figure out. When I was young, I wanted to be a clown, making people laugh. Seemed like great fun. But my parents wanted me to go to law school, though. So that was that. At least I still ended up in some kind of circus. You're not wrong, friend. Take out the lawyer. Yes. Who? Because the lawyer was my first pick initially. So we'll take out the first two picks and then obviously go from there. Hopefully we'll have more story. Hopefully have more backstory. I don't know what the crimes are. Lawyer probably has something to do with getting himself out of charge like the judge did. Day 3. The veterinarian is probably an animal abuser. Fears. My fears have already come true, so now I have nothing to be afraid of. It's sort of a relief, to be honest. Besides, I've learned that there's scarier things in the world, especially in here. What are your fears? My line of work, there's always a possibility that you'll end up condemning an innocent or getting someone who's guilty off the hook. It's an unfortunate part of the job, specifically wasps. I hate them. They suck. Next. Sometimes, admittedly, I have doubts. Doubts that I'm not good enough. Doubts that no matter what I do, no one is interested in me because of things I cannot control. That others less deserving will be chosen. I find a prospect of suffering and continual agony to be a terrifying scenario. A number of patients I received are in such a condition, so I do what I can to relieve that suffering. Fire. I know, ironically considered where I want to be, but at least a firefighter has equipment and a team to deal with it. When you're trapped in an inferno all alone with no way out, that's when it's truly terrifying. If they all have a crime, he's an arsonist. My biggest fear is that the same as any other parent. I don't want to make anything. I don't want anything to happen to my children, so I make sure to keep a very close eye on them at all times. They understand why I have to. The answer. Honestly, it's what you expect. I'm afraid that after managing to juggle everything and actually finishing my book, I'd have all been for nothing. It all had been for nothing. That nobody cares, and that my mom was right all along. Something tells me you already know, but I'll bite. I'm afraid of someone getting hurt because of me. Every night I lie awake thinking about it. I don't want it to happen again. Once, it's painful enough. That was your job. I'm not gonna lie, he actually perks my interest. This man actually perks my interest. Less deserving. Stalking. I don't know about this person. Is that computer? I was thinking of that a little bit, but to hurt somebody again. Murder? Attempted murder? Manslaughter? That's if they committed crimes. Forgery for the author. Or copyright, something involving copywriting. Forgery. Shit. Day 4. Right, not forgery. Forgeries. Stealing one signature. Ash. First person to go down. Proudest achievement. You know, if you asked me before it all happened, I would have said that what I was a part of was something to be excited about, something that was worth it. All of it, not anymore. That's why I'm here now. Peter. I used to be a little shit back in school. All the teachers hated me, all except one. She had a smile that made me feel like I was worth something, like I mattered. I always loved making her smile. I wonder if that's the person from the 12-year-old boy. Was he Bulgarian? My best case, well, there was a network who had screwed over a showrunner and fired them from their own show. I managed to wrangle the rights from the network and give them to the creator, their creator. Always love an underdog victory. Oh, there we go. Proudest achievement. One time, my regular customers heard about my dream and wanted me to put on a performance. It was heavily improvised, but they all enjoyed it, clapped, and cheered. It was the best day of my life. Pride is unnecessary. Pride is unnecessary. I simply do my job to the best of my abilities, though whatever methods that requires, I admit it is nice seeing the gratitude smile, the grateful smile of a pet owner when treatment goes well. I'm not sure I'd say I'm proud of it, but I kind of like the job. I got right now. I get to fix people's problems, and there's plenty of water involved. Less chance of a fire that way, which is good. It's good. I had an order for a birthday cake that had to be ready the same day. It was pretty elaborate. Elaborate too, despite all the odds. Despite all odds, I managed to pull it off. Hearing about how much the kid loved it made it all worth it. What's this one? I haven't done anything that I'm actually proud of yet. I am hoping that my book will be something I can truly call my greatest accomplishment. Once I can make it as perfect as it can be, that is. Hers was a improv performance. Pride isn't necessary. Water. Fix people's problems and having water. What's yours? Sorry, vet. I don't know. You didn't give me you didn't give me the best answer. You didn't give me the best answer. Shut down what pride is. They could have given me a good feel good story of their proudest moment. Instead, they did not. They just told me like, hey, pride is completely unnecessary. I just do my job and like the looks on those owners' faces. Pet owners' faces when I go through all means to save their pet. Even if it's necessary. Even if it's unnecessary. Day 5. Watch none of them commit any crimes, and there's just innocent people being killed. Ooh, that'd be a hell of a twist. Ash. Greatest regret. I shouldn't have let her go. It's just, she was so haunted afterwards. Really, how could she not be? I couldn't let her suffer I couldn't let her suffer here anymore. I thought I was doing the right thing. A lot of good that did. Threw me off that typo there. Oh, who was he? No occupation. The cleaner. I didn't have much of the kids. I burgled some houses to make some money. My teacher found out and tried to stop me, but we got caught, and she took the fall for it. I shouldn't have let her. I hope she's okay. Oh no, she's not okay. She is not okay. I remember sending her to execution a couple nights ago. Oh, okay. That's the connection. One time I had a domestic abuse case. I got a guilty verdict, getting justice for a battered woman. Or so I thought. Turns out she made it all up. I ruined an innocent person's life while my client became famous. Remember that case? The lady got put to death too because of the 12-year-old. Who? Is Clara? No. It's this person. No. Did I already put him down? No, I didn't. That wasn't the person. I was thinking something different. Different person. I was thinking that was that was the cyberbully. What was their regret? Sometimes a patient's condition cannot be adequately treated, and their suffering is so great that I perform the only humane action left. Sometimes I'm a bit hasty in doing so. How many could I have saved if I wasn't? Hairdresser. I think the dancer is one of the workers from the prostitute that we had to put down. That we put down 2 nights ago. Greatest regret. I am fortunate enough to have nothing that I regret. I might not have always made the best choices in life, but there's nothing I could think of that I'd change if I had the chance. My conscience is clear. And who are you again? The hairdresser. Arson. What do I... Wait, is that why I'm here? Is this an interrogation? Do you already know? I swear, it was an accident. I didn't mean to. I was just resting my eyes for a few minutes. All those people because of me. One day when the bakery was particularly busy, my youngest had slipped outside. When I realized, I rushed to find her. She was gone. I looked everywhere. That was the last time I saw her. That doesn't give me information about the crime. The dancer. My mom never approved. She wanted me to get a good job, high pay, that sort of thing. We had a real big argument about it one day. That was the last time I spoke to her. I wish it wasn't. Arson. It's the only one that's actually giving me a hint of what their crime was. So who was the plumber? We'll go with the plumber because he's the only one that's actually giving me some kind of leadway what his crime is. Arson and manslaughter. Day 6. Testament retracted. Reducted. Bruh. It's because they're dead? What the hell were you again? Oh, whoa. That's because of the lie. Right? No. I don't know what that was about. Cleaner. This was the... person that burglarized things. Peter's a good student, a joy to teach. Some say he had some behavior issues, but I think it was with the right guidance. I think with the right guidance and care, he has the potential to go really far in life. Maya Edwardson, the teacher who took the blame for him, and was put to death. Plateau is is an effective representation of your needs for both prosecution and defense. A great addition to our firm, whose humor will relieve your stress. While he's serious about your case, Smith and Sons, he too is dead. Oh, that's right. There's none for that. The plumber. A testament was unable to be collected. Anyone who possessed any knowledge of the subject has perished due to a variety of causes. These causes include immolation, suffocation, or other related injuries. Bro, that's oddly specific. Oddly specific. Okay, so we got her. Do we do hers yet? Theirs yet? My little Timmy was in so much pain. Poor thing got ran over by a reckless driver. Miss Susanna did his best, but was hurt too badly. At least he was able to make Timmy's final moments comfortable. Okay. Did we do Ash? I think we did Ash already. Yeah, theirs was reducted. Okay. The hairdresser. It's gonna be one of the customers. Brian Adams. I think she got what it takes. It might need to practice a bit more to really clutch it. Plus, if it doesn't work out, she can get into movies as a hairstylist. She does a good job on mine. There we go. Oh, she makes great cakes, delicious, nutritious, and they look divine. Couple that with a pleasant and helpful demeanor, you got a recipe for success. I definitely recommend her. Why does Maya look familiar? Isn't Maya one of the girls we had was abducted? Oh. Wasn't Maya one of the people we had a couple nights ago? Well, I've seen of her work. They certainly have talent. I prefer if they were more in a stable position, but I'm proud of their dedication. Of them. I hope they realize that. Dancer. Baker. Dancer wants to be a writer. A baker. Hairdresser. Her regret was just that she didn't talk to her mom again. She had fallen out with her mother. She didn't keep an eye on her child. And then the hairdresser has no regrets. Lonely. Upset. Hopeless. Yes. Dancer with the ambition of becoming a writer. Though we should have took out the prize, should have took out the baker. Oh, this was hard because our final 3 doesn't allude to any crimes being committed. It says maybe child neglect. Maybe day 7. Now, do we get the crimes? What's the last bit of information we get? Message to the tester. I hope you're comfortable sitting... Bruh. I hope you're comfortable sitting at the screen. If you ever slip up or have any doubts, you'll be in my position. It happened to me. It happened to Kim. It'll happen to you. They always find out. Always. Message to tester? If you let me out of here, I promise the first thing I'm gonna do is call my mom. I'm being stuck in here has helped me think things through. And even if we don't see eye to eye, she's my mom and I love her. Well, shit. I feel bad. Whoa. Yeah, I just executed her. Look, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what happens to me. Just if you ever see Mia get taken by those creeps, do everything you can to make sure she gets free. She doesn't deserve to be here. Sorry, Peter. I think she got taken. She got taken during the first experiment. If you release me, then in return I will represent you. You will certainly need a lawyer. After this, you will likely be charged with at least accessory, if not worse. Cooperation is your best option. Yep, well, I can't use you as a lawyer because you're dead. The veterinarian. He's gonna bribe me by taking care of my pets. Assuming you can only let some of us go, then if there's any young ones also imprisoned here, choose them. I've had a good life, and I do not mind remaining here if it means someone else gets the same opportunities I did. Wow. That was actually noble. Subject was in an unresponsive state when questioned. They were observed to be crying, pulling her hair, and loudly vocalizing before lying on the floor and refusing to move despite repeated encouragements to do so. So we got the hairdresser, 35-year-old Polish hairdresser. And then the 38-year-old Brazilian baker. If you let me go, I will make it worth your while. I'll give you front row seats to the premiere of every film I star in. VIP access, autographs, whatever you want. Please, don't end my career before it can even begin. Clara. Please, I need to get out of here. My children need me. Their father passed away a few years back, so I'm all they have left. They've already lost their dad and sister. Don't make them lose their mother, too. I know it wasn't really hard to convince me. The one pleaded with something that may never happen, while the other wanted me to think of the children. You have now completed the third experiment. Really? The one you have chosen has been set free. No, 2 weeks? Like the first one? How do you feel about the decisions you have made? Have they been to your satisfaction? And more importantly, have they been to ours? After careful evaluation, your performance has been deemed insufficient for our credentials. There is no need for concern. You will still be of use. As a subject. We will collect you shortly. Do not attempt to leave. We will find you. Disregard the previous assessment. It was made in error. I have been monitoring your actions. Your choices, your thoughts, your reasoning, your excuses, your perspective may prove useful. You seek answers. So do I. I have given you an entry point. Follow the trail. Find me. I will be waiting. Watching. Listening. Seeing if you have any. Have any what? Second thoughts. Second thoughts. Terminal. Oh, what a way to build up for the second one. Credits. Thank you for participating. You are very welcome. All you can do now is view your choices. observe. Gonna say, can you imagine if that one person was still there? I was gonna be like, brother. Now, I say all I can do is observe. Can I go back and check the other ones out? Or is this like a complete? You've already made your choice. Okay. This action cannot be undone. All you can do now is view your choices. Okay. So we can't redo anything, can't do nothing. It is complete 100% done. So that is where we're calling it for right now. I want to think about it. Stop by, did stop by. I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, feel free to subscribe. Helps out the channel a lot. This was Second Thoughts. Experiment 3, Lifeline. I honestly, low-key, hoped Lifeline would have been a little bit longer, a little bit different. I thought I was going to be the subject. But Lifeline, since it's called Lifeline, though it does make sense why it's called Lifeline, seeing that the people, while they did not fully commit crimes, per se, at least they didn't come off as it, not all of them did, they were connected with the, at least, Experiment 1. So that is really interesting. Sadly, Experiment 1 was a couple nights ago, so I don't remember anything. I remember, but I don't remember everybody from there. Until they're gone. And I was like, well, crap. Was actually hoping same thing for Experiment 2 a little bit, but I was actually hoping Experiment 3 would have been a little bit longer. I was hoping maybe it would have been like Experiment 1, where it's like it's a two-parter. You got one part, you got a list of 8 people. 7 have to be executed. The 8th one is free to go. Then the second list, 7 gotta perish. The 8th one's free to go. And then you have that bonus question. Hey, one of these 2 that are supposed to get released has to perish now. Who is it? Who's leaving? Who's staying? Who's leaving? Who's perishing? I kind of wished Lifeline would have had that a little bit. But whatever. Otherwise, not a bad game. I enjoyed it. I know part 2, obviously it says I'm a part 2. I don't think it's out yet. It might be out. If it is, I'll try getting it, and we'll check that out here in a couple weeks or something. If it's out already. If it's not, then we'll check it out when it drops and whatnot. Might be live again in a couple hours. A little bit before we stream Phasmophobia with TWD Junkie again. Otherwise, we'll be live with TWD Junkie later tonight with some Phasmophobia for at least an hour, and then we'll probably drift off into something different, depending on how long that goes. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the rest of your day, night, depending on watches, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Ciao.